Hello? Hello? Can you hear it? Hello? 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 I'm not gonna touch that one. I don't know. Rick, you got the audio. So, the play-by-play, he's the color commentator. So the color commentator's off. The play is the court. So go ahead and pull up on your phone and see if that's right.
share the graphic edition of tonight's game program, including game notes, rosters, stats, and more. The programs are located at the ticket tables. Good evening, fans, and welcome to Taylor University and Odell Arena for tonight's Crossroads League contest between the Goshen Maple Leafs and your Taylor Trojans. As the champions of character institution, Taylor University asks each of you to embrace the NAIA's 5 core character values of respect, integrity, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership to create a positive environment throughout tonight's contest. At this time, we ask that you stand if you are able, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. And now let's meet the starters for tonight's contest. First for the visitors from Goshen. Their center, a 5'1" freshman from Mishawaka, Indiana, number 1, Naomi Willis. A defensive specialist, a 5'8" senior from Monroe, Indiana, number 3, Megan Manley. An outside hitter, a 5'9" senior from Grand Rock, Michigan, number 6, Haley Hannigbell. A middle hitter, 6'2" sophomore from Goodron, Ohio, number 13, Elizabeth Recko. An outside hitter, 5'10" freshman from Wakarusa, Indiana, number 14, Haley Pennington. A middle hitter, 6'3" sophomore from Topeka, Indiana, number 18, Taylor Ash. Finally, their libero, a 5'8" senior from New Carlisle, Indiana, number 22, McKinnon Tracy. The Maple Leafs are coached by Jim Ruthier, who's assisted by Jim Doherty and Lexa Magnuson. And now, fans, get on your feet for the starting lineup for your Taylor Trojans. Middle hitter, a 6' junior from Seward, Nebraska, number 4, Julia Pomeranke. At defensive specialist, a 5'3" sophomore from Plymouth, Indiana, number 5, Ashley Harrell. Our center, a 5'5" senior from Plymouth, Indiana, number 6, Haley Harrell. An outside hitter, a 6' senior from Davenport, Iowa, number 9, Addie Bailey. On the opposite side, a 5'11" freshman from Pittsburgh, Indiana, number 15, Ryan Cerniak. On middle hitter, a 6' sophomore from Highland Heights, Kentucky, number 17, Grace Isaacs. And finally, our libero, a 5'5" junior from Harrisburg, Ohio, number 7, Sam Korn. Your Trojans are coached by Erin Lukey. She's assisted by Chandra Hepler and Kayla Hunter.
Good evening, folks, and welcome here inside Odell Arena here on the campus of Taylor University for tonight's volleyball matchup between the Goshen College Maple Leafs and the Taylor University Trojans. Rick Johnston here with you. Taylor tries to get back on the winning side of things after suffering 2 tough losses a week ago at the hands of number 19 and the top team in the Crossroads League, St. Francis. That was on Friday. And then losing for the first time since 2006 to Spring Arbor. That was also in 4 sets, just like the St. Francis setback was on Friday night. Taylor tries to knock off the Goshen Maple Leafs, who come in just a half match behind Taylor in the Crossroads League standings. They are 1-5 overall. Taylor comes in 2-5, just 1-3 here on the home floor. But that one win came against cross-county rival Indiana Wesleyan when they came back from being down 2-0. Already a big day for Taylor University athletics with both the men's and women's cross-country teams picking up wins in their respective races in the Bullock Invitational earlier today. The women's team had the top 3 finishers in the race and 7 out of the first 11. The men, their top finisher, Hunter Smith, finished in second, and they came away with a big win today, also in the process defeating the number 8 team in the country in that race. So Taylor, for the second weekend in a row, here for 2 home matches. They're here tomorrow against Mount Vernon Nazarene. Naomi Willis serves, and Ashley Harrell's there to receive it. Big Sis Haley, far sideline to Bailey, tapped around and then dug forward by McKinnon Tracy. Into the air, far sideline is Cerniak. It's blocked back over, landing on the far side, and that's an opening block here for the Maple Leafs, and they lead 1-0. So it looks like McKinnon Tracy wearing that number 22 libero uniform. Her normal number is 7, but it looks like she's wearing 22 here tonight. Haley Harrell off the pass, the Pomeranki near side. Tracy sends it back over. Pomeranki tried to catch it on the ricochet and knock it back down, but the miss hit will give the second point of the evening here to Goshen. They lead 2-0. And again, it'll be Willis to serve. Harrell to the near sideline. Cerniak, a left-hand swing, dug in the back row by Goshen. Far side to Hallie Vanetveldt, tapped into the air, and Bailey is there for the dig. She'll get it back from Haley Harrell, near sideline swing. Tracy's dig attempt is saved at the net, and then right-handed over by Megan Manley. Harrell again in the middle to Cerniak. A little tap down is dug skyward by McKinnon Tracy. Near sideline swing, tapped over and punched up by the libero Korn. Haley Harrell trying to find the near side corner, pinballs around off of 2 swings from Goshen, and the Trojans get their first point of the night, trailing now 2-1.
Champion for your Trojans, number 13, Jessica Dodane.
Jessica Dodane and Nikki Sechrist enter for the first time tonight for Taylor, and Dodane will go back to handle the serving. Dodane, the 5-foot freshman, right hands went over, cut off by one of the front row players for Goshen. Dodane, a one-arm dig. Sechrist a cross-court tap. Tracy underneath, and then skyward it's sent on Manley on a third hit. Haley Harrell over her head. Sechrist make it Cerniak with a big left-hand swing. And there's the first kill tonight for the freshman Ryan Cerniak. Ryan, 3rd on the team in kills, also 3rd in hitting percentage. The freshman season from Covenant Christian High School in Pittsboro, Indiana. Set 1 dead even at 2. And a back row dig there from Dodane. Harrell, this is Sechrist. She'll go cross court and drop that one inside the far sideline. So after an error from Goshen, the Trojans go back-to-back kills from their freshman studs, first Cerniak and now Sechrist. And Taylor has their first lead of set 1 at 3-2. Dodane continues to serve. Willis to the near sideline and Vanetveldt. Sechrist tried to get her hands on it, went down into the net. But the leader in kills for Goshen gets her first for the first one for Hallie Vanetveldt. Set 1 even at 3. And there's the first service error of the night. And Taylor back in front by 1, 4-3. Taylor trying to snap this 2-match losing skid and get to 3-5 in the league as they try to get in to that top 4, within the vicinity of it, I should say, to try to host a first-round Crossroads League tournament match. Korn's first serve of the night, controlled cleanly by Goshen. Swing on the far side by Ritchie is blocked. Coming to the near side is Goshen, and dig on the Pennington swing is Harrell's. Cerniak, far side, and a dig from Willis, the setter. Sweeping it over will be Pennington on a free ball. Harrell, the middle of the net. Here comes Isaacs, and it's blocked back over by Goshen. Harrell controls. Cerniak has to scoot in. It goes off the heel of her hand, and McKinnon Tracy will send it skyward. In the middle, a big swing from Taylor Esch. And the 6'3 sophomore gets her first kill, and it ties set 1 at 4 aside. McKinnon Tracy back to do the serving here for Goshen. A left-handed smash. Dodane forward to Haley Harrell. Isaacs fakes and Sechrist punches it over with the left hand. Willis to the near sideline. Down the line, a beautiful little changeup there from Haley Pennington as she faked the near side block attempt for TU and tapped it softly down the line, cross court to the far side of the floor. Goshen back in front. They lead 5-4. Cerniak will receive it clean. She gets it back from Haley Harrell, tapped over and dug by Tracy. Willis in the middle, a big right-hand swing, and that goes down for Elizabeth Breckbill. Breckbill 12 kills, second on Goshen in that category, also leads them with a .244 hitting percentage. 2-point cushion for the Maple Leafs, ties their largest here of set one, after they jumped out to a quick 2-0 advantage. And then Tracy serves it into the net. Second service error of the evening for the Maple Leafs, and that draws Taylor to within one. Jamie Sherb comes on for the first time tonight for TU as she replaces Cerniak. Sherb second on the team in aces with 11. Willis scampers underneath to the far sideline, and Ritchie tapped and dug by Dodane. Drop shot far side by Harrell, nullified by the dig from Tracy. A dig on the other side by Sherb on the Breckbill swing. Seacrest for Taylor, a bomb that just goes over the block attempt. First attacking error for Nikki Seacrest, and Taylor back down by 2, 7-5. Sydney Cruz and Shelby Younts check in for Goshen as they lead by a pair here in set number one. Korn will scoop that one off the floor. A slide to the far sideline, and Isaacs, and she'll straight one out of bounds for TU. Trojans trailing by 3. Taylor suffered their first loss to Goshen in a long, long while a season ago, almost a year ago, back in late September at Goshen. They came back and won a 5-set thriller against the Maple Leafs to split last year's regular season series. And then Seacrest taps it too short onto the Taylor side of the net. Second attacking error for the freshman Seacrest. And Taylor down by an early 4 as we approach the halfway point of set one. Goshen leading 9-5 over TU. Younts serves it deep. Sherb will send it up to Harrell. Drop shot down and dug by Tracy. Tapping into the net and avoiding hitting the net is Younts. Winning a joust to the net to the near sideline is Grace Isaacs. Far sideline Ritchie for Grace. A dig from Seacrest. Harrell will pop it back to her, and then knocking it deep will be Nikki Seacrest. A quick tap in the middle, over the block, and in on the far side by Elizabeth Breckbill. Second kill for Breckbill. And Taylor has been doubled up, down 10-5 here in our opening stanza. Younts will continue to serve, and that one goes into the net. Third service error here for Goshen here in the first set. And Taylor back to within 4, down 10-6. Ashley Harrell and Addie Bailey back in for TU. 5 kills in the first set for Goshen, just 2 so far for TU. Harrell will serve one deep. Younts will scamper underneath into the near side. A swing goes. It's blocked back over by Isaacs, and Bailey on the swing from Jennifer Ritchie. So Isaacs and Bailey tag team for the block. Taylor's first rejection of the night. And the TU deficit is 3, 10-7. Harrell, third most service aces for the Trojans. Cannot get another one here, and that one sails and land. Nope, it will go over the end line. The Taylor coaching staff and the spectators across from us all were shocked that that ball was originally awarded as landing on the end line. And it was a miscommunication from one of our down officials with the flag in the near side corner. He initially signaled it in. Instead, he tapped his chest, and it should have been in the air for it being out. A short serve from Ashley Harrell. Younts in the middle to Breckbill. Diving dig, both Korn and Harrell collide. Bailey saves it, and Sherb will knock it over the net. Far sideline, Ritchie, she'll tool off the block. And after Taylor saved the point initially on their side of the floor, Jennifer Ritchie gets her first kill. The 5'7" sophomore listed as a defensive specialist for the Goshen Maple Leafs, but she's third on the team in kills with 106 coming into tonight's action. 3-point lead for the visitors from Goshen, Indiana at 11-8 with Manley serving. Sherb to Harrell, far sideline Isaacs, tipped into the air by Tracy for Goshen. She'll get it back and two-arm it over deep. Sherb will bash it forward to Harrell. Near sideline, Addie Bailey, and as she wound up, it hit off the end of her hand and down at the bottom of the net. Point goes to Goshen as they increase their lead back to 4. One off of their largest lead here of the evening. Manley will serve it. Sherb will receive it for Taylor. Haley Harrell to Isaacs, right sideline, and she'll go cross court and drop home her first kill of the night. TU back to within 3. Julia Pomeranke enters, replacing Sam Korn. And Grace Isaacs will go back to serve for one of the rare times this season. And that one will sail out far side. First service error by the Trojans here this evening. Back to a 4-point lead for Goshen at 13-9. Brooklyn Harris in, Tracy the libero out along with Breckbill. Received from by Korn, a slide. Here comes Bailey soaring over everybody and dropping home a right-handed kill, her first. Bailey second on the Trojans with 134 kills. She would love to put last Saturday's performance against Spring Arbor with 8 kills but 7 errors behind her. A sidewind serve, far sideline, popped high into the air. Manley will get underneath it. Vandenvelt will knock it over. Korn with the dig, set from Harrell. Bailey again. She'll go straight line, and that one out of bounds. Cross court by 4 feet. Second error by Bailey tonight. And Taylor once again finds themselves down by 4. They trimmed it to 2 at 10-8. They have not gotten any closer since that margin. Naomi Willis, 5'1" freshman from Mishawaka, will handle the serving. A short one that Cerniak receives clean. Pomeranke has to get to it. It was tapped once, pinballed around, and then scooped over the net somehow by Goshen. Harrell to Bailey, a left-handed tap over. Tracy will scamper underneath, and then it's knocked over by Goshen. Harrell high into the air, Korn left or right sideline to Cerniak, who brings home a heavy left hand, and that gets Korn so pumped she jumps up and down to look Cerniak right in the eye.
Number 13, Jessica Dodane, and number 18,
second kill for the freshman Ryan Cerniak. Sechrist and Dodane back in. Dodane to handle the serving for Taylors. They're to within 3. Willis will tiptoe around the net near side. Vandenvelt, and she'll tool off the block attempt of Sechrist. Hallie Vandenvelt, her second kill. She had a team high and a career high tying at 17 kills in Goshen's 3-2 loss Wednesday night against Grace. Taylor has been off since last Saturday. They'll try to get back on the winning side tonight. A fake, and Pomeranke drops it down as Cerniak leapt in front of the net, cleared the way for Pomeranke to come through and collect her first kill of the contest. And again, TU to within 3. Korn will serve from the near side corner. Up, a free ball. Oh, there's Isaacs, who will just smoke it down with a right hand. Isaacs caught the heavy receive from Goshen and tried to smoke it through the floor. This one controlled better by Goshen. Willis in the middle, around the block, and beautifully done by the 6'3" Taylor Esch for her second termination. Esch and Breckbill, 2 tough players for Taylor to combat with tonight, 6'3" and 6'2". The tallest player on the Trojan roster are Isaacs and Pomeranke at 6 feet even. Taylor down by 3. Cerniak wants to make it 2, but it's dug in the back row by Goshen. Willis to Vandenvelt near side, cross court, make that Pennington on a swing. It's dug by Harrell. Cerniak will swing, and that one drops in the near side corner. Third kill for Ryan Cerniak, top in the match. And again, Taylor draws to within 2. The senior Jamie Sherb on to serve for Taylor, replacing Cerniak, the power swinging lefty. Tracy receives it up to Willis. Far side, Ritchie through the block and just out of the reach of the diving Sam Korn. Second kill for Jennifer Ritchie. Third on the team, as we mentioned, with 106 kills coming in. She had 8 on 33 swings Wednesday in the loss against Grace. 3-point lead for the Maple Leafs. Goshen led that match with the Lancers 2-0, and then saw the Lancers, the visiting Lancers, win the last 3. A slide to Isaac. She set those feet, and then the big right-handed snap swing from the Kentucky native gets her third kill as that one went smashing off the block. Bailey and Ashley Harrell back on. It'll be the younger Harrell, Ashley, to handle the serving for Taylor. A sidewinder that's received cleanly by Sydney Cruz, and she'll have to 2-arm it over. Korn to Harrell to Bailey. A little pop in the air is dug by Ritchie. Quick set in the middle, Breckbill, and it was only Isaacs there for Taylor. And Breckbill able to deflect that one off the block. Third kill for Elizabeth Breckbill. And again, it's back to a 3-point advantage for Goshen, up 18-15. Haley Vandenvelt checking back in. Sherb receives a serve. Isaacs blocked back over from Goshen. Harold to the near sideline, and Bailey, she will tool off the block. And the two teams trade side outs, and again, Taylor down again by 2. Second kill for Bailey. You'd love to see Taylor draw it to within 1 here and put a little pressure on the visiting Maple Leafs. Isaacs, her serve will stay in this time. Vandenvelt sends it to the rafters, gets it back from Tracy, and she'll send that one through the block on the far side, able to get the swing over the shorter Haley Harrell. Third kill for Haley Vandenvelt, and again, it's a 3-point lead for Goshen. They're up 19-16 as they near that 20-point margin. Brooklyn Harris on for the first time to serve. Harrell on a slide to Bailey, right sideline, and Bailey soars over the block, and again brings Taylor to within 2. 19-17 the Goshen lead. Taylor has led once here in the set, make it twice at 3-2 and 4-3. They have not led since. Their biggest deficit was 10-5. The former setter of the year, Haley Harrell, sends it over. A near sideline play, cross-court dug by the aforementioned Harrell. Korn to the sky, Cerniak over everybody, and that one out of bounds by a couple feet. First error for Cerniak, and Taylor down by 3, 20-17 here in set number 1. Willis to come on and serve, as Sydney Cruz will exit. Willis third on the Goshen Maple Leafs in assists. Harrell to the near sideline, Cerniak, left-hand swing, dug cross-court by Tracy across from us. Behind the line, will send it over, diving dig from Korn of Taylor. Harrell in the middle of Pomeranke, blocked back over, and sashaying in his corner for the dig, and then Bailey brings the heat, and Manley will dig it from the back row. At the net, Pomeranke tried to block it over, and Taylor will control. Bailey near sideline will rainbow one over, and Manley will pop it up to Willis. Blocked back over by Bailey on a solo block on the 6'3 Esh. Second kill of the night for Taylor, second one for Bailey. And again, Taylor down by 2, but time dwindling away here in set 1 with the Trojans trailing 20-18. And Dodane will serve. Play to the near side by Manley on the receive. She will touch it over, and it's easily controlled by Taylor. Harrell, Cerniak, left sideline down, and Taylor is to within 1, and Goshen needs a timeout as Ryan Cerniak comes up with her 4th kill of set 1. Taylor was down 10-5. They've stormed back. They now trail by 1, 20-19 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
So out of the Goshen timeout, Taylor to within 1, the closest they've been, and now it's tied as Dodane gets her first ace and the team's first ace. Closest Taylor's been since they tied it at 4 apiece. We're deadlocked at 20. Dodane will smash one over again. Willis to the cross court again. A big swing is tipped and played up by Korn. Pomeranke to Sechrist. Tipped, pinballs around once, twice, and 3 times, and Harrell slips and digs it forward. Korn to Cerniak will rainbow one to the cross court, and Goshen will get back underneath. Far sideline, Pennington, a diving dig from Korn. Harrell near sideline, Sechrist is punched up into the air by Pennington. Vandenvelt will have it blocked back over once, twice, nope! and Taylor leads 21-20. A long rally from both sides. Korn with a frontwards dig, and then it was off the block, and Goshen could not handle it. So can Taylor mash the gas pedal down here and turn what was once a 10-5 deficit into a set win, and a violation against Goshen on a double hit. And that will force Jim Ruthier to use his second and final timeout of set number 1. Taylor was down 10-5 in the first set. They now lead 22-20. Trying to pick up a first set win here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Big run here for the Trojans. They are on a 5-0 run after being down 20-17. They now lead 22-20 and trying to wrap up our opening set. Dodane with already one ace tonight will not get another one here. Willis, it'll be played over and dug on the swing by Esch by Haley Harrell. Sechrist near sideline uncorks one, and Tracy slides in and keeps it alive for Goshen. Far sideline rainbow swing from Pennington. Dig from Korn, Harrell, Cerniak tapped over, and Pomeranke will send it to the sky for Taylor. Sechrist sets those feet, and it goes dancing down the line on the Goshen side of the net. Second kill for Nikki Sechrist. It's a 6-0 Taylor entourage, and they lead 23-20. And Dodane uncorks a bomb from the service line. Near sideline, Vandenvelt, did it hit the near side antenna? And it did. A violation against Goshen, and it brings us to set point as Haley Vandenvelt is beside herself. And now we're at a set point here in set 1. Taylor was down 20-17. They're on a 7-0 run here, trying to make it an 8-0 end. Tipped off the block, and Vandenvelt keeps our set 1 alive. Fourth kill for Vandenvelt, and she'll check out. Still 3 more set point serves here for Taylor, up 24-21. And Tessa Clark will serve the lefty for Goshen. Short, that Korn plays it back over that, tap down by Esch off the big ricochet. Third kill for Esch. And here comes the third of what would be 4 set serves for TU. Up 24-22 in set 1. Harrell, here's Cerniak, far sideline. Tracy keeps it alive and into the air, then knocked over and tapped deep on the Ritchie swing. Harrell to Cerniak again, off the block, and set 1 is done with Taylor leading 25-22 on Ryan Cerniak's 5th kill of the opening set. Taylor battles back from trailing 10-5 to win set 1, 25-22 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you to
Play that old song. You really want her to play it. That's what's really going to evoke the memory. You got to have the music that you listeners listen to.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Back here for set number 2, the Trojans came back from being down 15-10, or 15-11 at one point, 10-5 at one point. They ripped off 7 straight points to go up 24-20, and they win set 1, 25-22. Ryan Cerniak led the way in that first set with 5 kills. Addie Bailey and Grace Isaacs each chipped in 3. Nikki Sechrist with 2. Haley Harrell and Julia Pomeranke each with 1. It's Vanderveld leading the way for Goshen with 4, Breckbill with 3, and Esch with 3 as well for the Maple Leafs. Set 2 underway. Vanderveld blocked right down on that far sideline. It's Pomeranke and Bailey. Addie Bailey with block number 3. Pomeranke her first. And Taylor's first block, or 4th block of the night. A powerful way to open up set 2. This is played back over the net, tapped once. Esch will sweep it over, and it's dug by Korn. Near sideline, Cerniak! A laser beam that she curled just around the near side block. The Taylor fans across from us want a tip. They will not get it. That's just the second error for Ryan here on the evening. Tessa Clark will go back to serve here for the Maple Leafs. She's a 5'4" sophomore from Goshen, Indiana. And Korn will go off of her hand, or off of her arms, I should say, as both she and Ashley Harrell were in the same space. Taylor couldn't play it up, and it goes down as an ace for Clark. And a 2-1 Goshen advantage here to start set 2. Harrell, a slide to Pomeranke over the block, and it's tipped to where no one was standing. Second kill for Julia Pomeranke. And set 2 back to even at 2 apiece. Dodane and Sechrist back in, replacing Bailey and A. Harrell. Dodane with the only ace for Taylor this evening, and she'll bomb one over with that right hand again. Willis to the near sideline. Ritchie over the block, dug by Haley Harrell. Korn calls for it and sets up Cerniak, who will 2-arm it just over the net. Willis to Ritchie, who has to lean back and play a cross-court diving dig from Korn. Dodane and then Sechrist will 2-arm it over. Willis on a slide to Esch, lollipops it over, easy dig for Harrell. Korn to the far sideline, Sechrist, and Tracy tips it to the back wall, and Taylor leads 3-2. Third kill for Sechrist. Korn in that first set, 8 digs. Haley Harrell with 7 to follow her. They work it back to Ritchie on the near sideline, and she will 2 off the block. Third kill for Jennifer Ritchie on the evening, and we're back to even in set 2 at 3 apiece. Taylor hit 130 in that opening set. Goshen at 190. But they also had 3 service errors, and Taylor had 3 blocks to the Maple Leafs 1. Harrell to the far side of the floor. Sechrist, who brings the heat with that right hand, and Taylor regains a 1-point lead. 4th kill for the freshman Sechrist. who had 11 kills and only 3 errors in the loss to Spring Arbor on Saturday. She's been playing beautifully since being thrown into the lineup a couple weeks ago against Indiana Wesleyan. Harrell gives it to her left side of the floor, and Tracy will hit it once, and Ritchie can't get to it a second time. And now Sechrist matches her freshman classmate Cerniak with a match-high 5 kills. And a 5-3 Taylor lead here in set 2 as a lead by 1 in the match. And then Korn adds to that team-high ace total, her 13th of the season. Taylor has doubled up Goshen 6-3, and the Maple Leafs need a timeout here in set 2 here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
Korn will serve out of the Goshen timeout. Trojans have doubled up the Leafs, up 6-3. Here's Ritchie near sideline, over the block, and Korn is in there for the dig. Harrell will scoot near the net, tap it up to Sechrist, off the block softly, and Nikki Sechrist continues her strong second set. Her 6th kill gives Taylor a 4-point lead at 7-3. Here in set numero dos. Korn a short one, off the net, played back to the near side of the floor, and Ritchie will 2-arm it over. A free ball that Taylor will try to drop down. Isaacs, a changeup left hand to the far sideline. And Isaacs gets her 4th kill, and Taylor leads by 5. 5-0 run for Taylor after the match was even at 3. Willis, quick set, into the air, coming back down, and Cerniak will slide in for the kill on the Breckbill swing. Here's Sechrist with that big right hand, and it's dug in the back row by Tessa Clark. Far side of the floor, a dig from Korn on the opposite side swing. Near sideline, Cerniak blocked over beautifully by Ritchie and Breckbill for Goshen, their 2nd block of the night. And the first one for each of the respective young ladies for the Maple Leafs. The Taylor lead down to 4. 8-4 here in set 2. Maple Leafs in the court to our right, they're in black. Taylor in the home whites in the court to our left. Harrell to the near sideline. Cerniak goes soaring over everybody, and she'll deposit that left hand in the back row and gets an ear-to-ear smile from her head coach, Aaron Luthi. Kill number 6 for Cerniak. So it's a youth movement again here inside Odell Arena, with Sechrist and Cerniak carrying the water for Taylor with a match-high 6 kills apiece. Sherb will play it over. On the serve, Younts to the far sideline. Ritchie in the right-hander goes cross-court to the near side and gets kill number 4. Draws Goshen to within 4, down 9-5. It was a pretty straightforward match on Wednesday in the first 4 sets between Goshen and Grace. Only 2 lead changes in those entire first 2 frames, with Goshen winning the first 2, Grace winning the second 2, and then a back-and-forth affair in set 5 that eventually was ended 15-12 in favor of Grace. Harrell to Sechrist, and bomb to the back row that's dug beautifully by Goshen. A soft tap over, read beautifully on the Breckbill swing was Isaacs for Taylor. Vandenfelt will whiff on a swing, and Taylor doubles up Goshen up 10-5. Vandenfelt might have taken her eye off of that one as it hit off the very tips of her fingers. Bailey and Ashley Harrell return for TU. Again, they're in the court to our left. Goshen in the court to our right. Harrell floats one to Tracy. To the middle, Younts. Little tap over the block attempt is by Cruz. Harrell gives Bailey a go left side. Blocked and dug by Korn. Harrell to Isaac. She'll punch to the near corner, and it lands just on that end line. Second time in this set that Isaacs has had that surgical precision and pinpoint accuracy for a kill, and it forces a second Goshen timeout here in set 2. 5 kills for the sophomore for Kentucky, Grace Isaacs. And Taylor has a commanding 11-5 lead over Goshen in set 2, trying to go up 2-0 in the match here on the Trojan Sports Network. The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with 2 campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at taylorcampusstore.com. So after the match was tied at 3 apiece, Taylor has outscored Goshen 8-2 over this last little bout. And remember, Taylor doing this all tonight with no Amanda Adams, their leader in kills, total attacks, and their 4th best hitting percentage. She also is tied for the 6th most in kills, not down their dress tonight for TU. It also sounds like Nikki Parrott will be back in the Trojan lineup tomorrow, and Ashley Harrell drops in the 3rd Taylor ace of the night. So 3 aces for Taylor, none so far for Goshen. And Taylor leads by 7, 12-5, their largest lead of the night. Younce underneath, a quick set, then trying to chase after it will be Cruz. Harrell, a slide near sideline to Isaacs. A sliding dig from the back row is Manley's. Van Velt will sweep it deep, and a big dig from Sherb. A block over by a swing by Bailey, and it's blocked back over. Cruz and Breckbill tag team for the block for Goshen, their 3rd rejection of the evening.
Information number 15, Brooklyn Harris.
12-6 the Taylor lead. Here comes Brooklyn Harris to do the serving for the visiting Maple Leafs. A top spin serve received cleanly by Sherb. Bailey over the block and in on the near side of the floor. 4th kill for the senior Addie Bailey, and Taylor regains that 7-point advantage.
Information number 15, Elizabeth Breckbill.
Isaacs will take a deep breath before she serves. Pomeranke back in for Taylor, and Isaacs will bash that one deep. Second service error by TU tonight. And it's back to a 6-point Taylor lead at 13-7. Naomi Willis will walk back and handle the serving here for Goshen. A short one just over the top of the net. Haley Harrell scampers underneath. Pomeranke will swing it on through. And it's dug by Tracy to the far side of the floor. Tip to the net on the swing by Pennington. Korn to Harrell. Far sideline. Bailey right through that block. And Addie Bailey brings the Taylor students across from us out of their seats with her 5th kill of the night. Taylor back up by 7, 14-7. Ryan Cerniak back in for TU. And Haley Harrell will handle the serving, and that one goes into the net. 3rd service error by Taylor tonight. Back to a 6-point Taylor lead at 14-8. And Tessa Clark re-enters the action, and she'll serve from the far side of the floor. A left-hand service. Cerniak through her hands. Korn able to get underneath of it and keep it alive for TU. And Cerniak will free ball it over with 2 hands. Willis, a one-hand punch near side, and then Ritchie sends it into the net. A good setup there, then Ritchie just had to go off the heel of her hand. TU back in front by 7, 15-8. Dodane with one of those 3 Taylor aces tonight re-enters, and she'll handle the serving as she and Sechrist are back in. A low one that's knocked around, and that prevents Dodane from getting her 2nd ace. Harrell sets up Sechrist down the middle, a soft tap that Willis is able to scamper underneath and get the dig. Pennington, sliding dig from Korn. Harrell to the far sideline, and Sechrist, she'll rope it over, and that one lands just out over the end line. Third error for Nikki Sechrist. She and Cerniak still with a match-high 6 kills. And 6 is the Taylor lead, up 15-9 in set 2. They won set 1, 25-22. And the service error again rears its ugly head for Goshen. That's their 4th service error of the night. They came in with the 2nd most aces in the conference at 119, but they also had 124 service errors to their name coming into tonight's action. Clark to the near sideline, and Ritchie, she'll rainbow one over. That's dug by Corn cross court. Harold to the far sideline. Sechrist will blow that one right past the block for her right-handed swing, her 7th kill, and Taylor leads 17-9. A heavy swing from 18 and white. Willis in the middle, a high set, and hanging in the air is Breckbill, and she was just able to get it over the net, and it went off as it went off of her fingertips. Breckbill needed all 6 feet 2 inches of the frame there to get that ball over the net. Back to a 7-point Taylor lead at 17-10. Remember, the Trojans had this set tied at 3 apiece, and they've led comfortably ever since. Haley Harrell uses that towel to wipe up some perspiration on the left side of the floor. That's where Taylor is. Goshen on the right side of the net. And to serve from Younts. Korn will scoop it high to the air. Sechrist from Harrell, and that one screams out by 6 feet. Sechrist calling for the tap. Same thing for the Taylor students across from us, but those cheering on TU will not get their wish. Back-to-back points for the first time in a long time for Goshen. They now trail by 6, and Cerniak puts Taylor right back up by 7. Cerniak so graceful and still so powerful with that left arm. 7 kills for the freshman as she and her classmate Sechrist go back and forth. Off the heel of the hand by Cruz and into the net, and Taylor leads 19-11. Goshen out of timeouts. They burned both early. They burned one after they were down 6-3, and then they burned the other one after Taylor took an 11-5 lead. And then this will fall in for an ace from Jamie Sherb on the near side corner. 4th ace for the Trojans, and Sherb gets her first one of the night. And they lead 20-11. No chance for Goshen to stop the bleeding here. Out of timeouts. Younts, a quick set in the middle, off the block, punched around, and then 4 hits is the call, or double hit the call, I should say, against Goshen. But a great job by Isaacs and Sechrist to block the initial swing back over to Goshen's side. A 10-point lead for Taylor, their largest of the evening, up 21-11, trying to finish off a stranglehold here in set 2 as Sherb will send that one right into the net. Just caught the top of it and then got eaten back down. 4 aces for Taylor, 4 errors from that service line. Megan Manley returns, and she'll handle the serving here for the visiting Maple Leafs, clad in black. Korn up to Harrell. Here's Sechrist. A little sweep down, and the dig attempt will go to the seats. 8th kill for Nikki Sechrist. And Taylor back in front by 2. Sechrist has a couple words of encouragement for Ashley Harrell and Addie Bailey as they come back in. Sechrist and Dodane will check out momentarily. Ashley Harrell with 1 ace tonight. Vandervelt receives that one cleanly. She'll get it back to the near side, tapped over with the left hand. Blocked back over by Taylor. A swing to the far side of the floor, dug by Korn. Harrell, here's Bailey, left sideline tipped and dug in the back row by Manley. Younts to Vandervelt, a run in and sweeping to the near side. 1-arm dig from Sherb all the way to Bailey cross court, and scooting in is Younts for the dig. Far side is Cruz, a right-hand swing, blocked back over. It's Isaacs and Bailey again for TU on their 5th block of the night, and Taylor leads 23-12. Second block for Isaacs, 4th one for Addie Bailey. With her move to the outside hitter role this season, Bailey's blocking numbers have been down, but they're starting to rack up here again tonight. And this one, a soft tool off the block from Sydney Cruz for kill number 1. 10-point lead for TU. Brooklyn Harris on to serve for Goshen. 5'7" sophomore from Urbana, Illinois, and that one into the net. 5th service error tonight for the Maple Leafs, just one ace. And we've got 11 set point serves here for Taylor. Isaacs will take the first one. 24-13 the Taylor lead here in set number 2. They lead 1-0 in the match tonight. Younce underneath to the near sideline, Van at Velt. Dug by Isaacs in the back row. Tapped over by Pomeranke. Van at Velt will sweep. Dug by Harrell, punched by Harrell to the back, and it's down. Harrell to Harrell, and Taylor takes a 2-0 lead on an absolute steamroll, 25-13 win in set number 2. We come back as Taylor will try to get their 3rd sweep of the season after this break here on the Trojan Sports Network.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste.
The decision you're making is about so much more than where you'll spend the next 4 years. It's about how you'll live the next 40. So let me break down the Taylor University experience. We integrate faith and learning to become well-rounded, lifelong learners, while delivering a deeper knowledge of our specific areas of study. Whether you're producing award-winning films, building satellites for NASA, or preparing for a national ethics debate, Taylor will push you to excel in your field. But excellence isn't always about having the right answers. Sometimes it's about asking the right questions. Taylor is interdenominational. That means we can't always fall back on specific church doctrine to settle issues. We rely on scripture and the dynamic nature of iron sharpening iron to better know the God who's not afraid of our question. Much of this happens in the small town of Upland, Indiana, the place where Taylor does life together. But don't let this small town fool you. The schedule is packed with things to do, and through these activities, faculty, staff, and students become more than individuals occupying the same address. They become a community. But this community isn't limited to the campus. We travel, boy do we travel. We are ranked as one of the top 10 schools in the country for overseas experiences. But it isn't just about the going. It's about the sharing of those experiences and being challenged by those who come to Upland as their international experience. Taylor is one of a few Christian colleges that expects all students to have a relationship with Jesus Christ.
Taylor just 1-4 in 3-set matches this season as they go for their second sweep of the year. Nikki Sechrist leading the way with 8 kills. Cerniak with 7. The two of them have almost matched the Goshen output. They have 15 between the two of them. Goshen has just 17 kills here tonight. And Bailey sets off a laser beam to start. Ashley Harrell gets underneath for the dig. Now Bailey regroups and she'll send it to the back row where Manley will dig. Vanderveld has to set those feet. It's dropped down and then Plent back over the net. A huge block on the far side by the Taylor Trojans. Their 7th rejection of the night. TU hit .321 in set 2, 14 kills and only 5 errors. Goshen it was in the negative number. They had 4 kills and 6 miscues. Dodane to serve. A top spin serve that's received cleanly by Manley of Goshen. Skipping over, tipped and controlled Haley Harrell to the middle and Korn. Far side to the lefty Cerniak. Dug in the back row as Manley had to backpedal to keep her balance. Pennington sent to deep, Dodane underneath. Here comes Korn sprinting after it, playing to the middle, and Dodane will rainbow it over to the near side. That one looked to be going out of bounds. Pennington over, and that will go as a Taylor point as Dodane and Korn sprinted their hearts out to the far side, and Taylor leads 2-0 in the third set. And Dodane will send a knuckleball over this time. Willis down to a knee, a quick set high into the air for the swing for Esch. A diving dig from Haley Harrell. Cerniak tipped and scooped forward by Manley. Willis called for and played over by Tracy. Korn will give Cerniak a go right side. A little change-up drop into the antenna far side, and Cerniak gets her 8th kill, and Taylor jumps out to a 3-0 lead here in set number 3. And Dodane will uncork a bomb with that right hand. To the far side, Pennington around the block, diving dig is Korn. Harrell will punch to the near side of the floor and a dig for Manley of Goshen. In the middle, Esch blocked by Pomeranke. She'll catch the ricochet and smoke it to the back row. 3rd kill for Julia Pomeranke. She got her hands on the initial swing from Esch, and then on the ricochet, she tomahawked it to the back row. 4-0 lead for Taylor as they try to go for the sweep. Vandervelt will tool off the block near side and calm this raucous Odell Arena crowd. 5th kill for Haley Vandervelt. And there's the first point for Goshen, much needed here in set number 3. Clark will serve, the lefty for Goshen. Sending deep, Dodane off of her hands, and Korn will send it over. That's an ace here for the Maple Leafs. Just their 2nd ace of the night. And the second one by Tessa Clark. It looked like that one might have been sailing out of bounds. Dodane and TU played it anyway. Korn a clean receive this time. Harrell to far sideline. Pomeranke, a diving dig from Vandervelt. Scooting in as Willis and then knocked over by Tracy to keep it alive. Harrell, a quick set. Here comes Sechrist, tapping it softly to the near side. And there's the 9th kill for the freshman, Nikki Sechrist. 5-2 Taylor lead. Grace Isaacs in, Pomeranke out. Korn on the near side. She'll send it over with that right hand. Tracy will play it up to Willis. In the middle to Esch, right over the block and dug by Korn. Harrell to the near sideline. Sechrist blocked, and that one will land just inside the back line. 4th block for the Maple Leafs. The 6'3 Esch played a big role in that one. Second block of the evening for Miss Esch. And Goshen to within 2. A knuckleball over. Cerniak to Harrell. Back to Cerniak. She'll swoop it over with that right hand, but it hits the far side antenna. 5th miscue by Cerniak attacking-wise tonight. And back-to-back points here for the Maple Leafs have brought them to within 1, down 5-4. After falling behind 4-0, they have scored 4 out of the last 5 points. Tracy, the 5'8 senior from New Carlisle, Indiana, plays it deep. Korn will sweep it back to the net. Quick set from Harrell to the near side and in. Another pinpoint swing from Grace Isaacs. Isaacs has had a handful of those tonight where she's just found the open space and has just landed either right on the line or just inside the line. Kill number 6 for Isaacs. Willis will punch it far side to Ritchie. She's blocked at the net by Harrell and Isaacs. And Taylor leads by 3 on their 8th block of the night. 3rd one for Isaacs. Harrell gets her first. And Taylor leads 7-4 as they get back to their blocking ways from a year ago. And this one will be eaten alive by the net by Sherb. 5th miscue of the service line by Taylor tonight. That matches the service error output by Goshen. The Trojans have the advantage in aces at 4-2. Younts will go back to serve, and she gives the point back by serving this one into the bottom of the net. Ashley Harrell and Addie Bailey back in. Goshen, as we mentioned, came in second most aces in the Crossroads League, but they have not been able to find that magic here tonight. Younts, serve it to the near side. Ritchie trying to tool off the block. Dig by Ashley Harrell. Haley Harrell sets up Isaacs with that snap swing, and then she'll two-arm it deep as a dig on the last second call by Clark. Tipped to the net once by Bailey. Harrell will play it back to Korn. Near sideline, Bailey, she'll avoid the net, and it's dug by Ritchie of Goshen. She'll get it back far sideline, a laser beam that cannot be handled by the Trojan back row. A beautiful swing by number 4 in black, Jennifer Ritchie. She gets her 5th kill and brings Goshen to within a deuce. 8-6 the Taylor lead in set 3. They are up 2 sets to none. They won 25-22 in set 1, 25-13 in a cruising set 2. Sherb japped down at the net as Taylor couldn't get the handle on the serve receive. Kill from Elizabeth Breckbell, her 5th. And the Maple Leafs to within 1, down 8-7. Breckbell had a beautiful match on Wednesday, 12 kills and 21 swings for a .429 hitting percentage. She leads the Maple Leafs with a .244 hitting percentage, which is 8th best in the league. Isaacs having a good match. She'll send the block sent out of bounds far side. 7th kill for Grace Isaacs, and Taylor's lead back to 2. Isaacs has seen her time dwindle in the last few weeks after the emergence of Nikki Seacrest in that match against Iwu 2 weeks ago tonight. But Isaacs has come through big tonight, and here's Pomeranke and Bailey to get Taylor's 9th block. Second block for Pomeranke, the 5th one for Addie Bailey in the contest. And here's Isaacs going back to serve. She's done well tonight, 7 kills and only 1 error from that middle hitter spot. Played back and then swept over by Goshen. Harrell, a quick set to the slide. Pomeranke blocked over and dug up by Harrell. Sherb to the near side at the net, tapped once by Harrell, and Taylor couldn't catch it on the second knock. And a point for Goshen at 10-8. They're to within 2. Brooklyn Harris enters, and she'll handle the serving here for the Maple Leafs. A little skip and a smash. Sherb to Haley Harrell. Far sideline, Bailey on that laser beam slide, and the point will be Taylor's. A slide on the far side of the floor. Violation called against Vandenveld. It looked like it might have been a double hit against Goshen. And give Bailey her 6th kill of the night. Taylor up by 3, 11-8. Here's Haley Harrell back to serve. The league setter of the year from 2 seasons ago. In the middle to Esch, right over the block. Dug by Ashley Harrell. Cerniak to Bailey near side. And that's in for a kill as Goshen screams for a double hit from the bench down below us. So we'll give Cerniak the assist, one of the few of her freshman career. And Taylor's lead back to 4 at 12-8. Jim Ruthier and the Goshen bench and their fans not happy with that. And then a sidewind serve from Haley Harrell will go into the net. The Taylor lead back down to 3 at 12-9. Haley Pennington comes in. And Naomi Willis will go back to serve. Korn got low but couldn't play it cleanly, and Willis will get the ace for Goshen. Just the 3rd one for the 2nd best team in the aces category in the league. But it brings Goshen to within 2, down 12-10. And Willis will float it deep. Ashley Harrell to Haley Harrell. Right sideline to Bailey, and that one too strong. And the Goshen deficit now down to 1, 12-11. Taylor hit the gas late in set 1 for the win. They got going early in set 2 and didn't look back. They face a little bit of pressure here as we hit the halfway point of set number 3. Cerniak off the block and down for another kill, her 9th. The youth movement continues tonight for TU. Seacrest and Cerniak with a match-high 9 kills. Addie Bailey with 7. Grace Isaacs, a sophomore, with 7 as well. 13-11, the Taylor lead here in set 3. Here's Dodane. She'll send this one deep, and that one just goes out. 7th service error for TU tonight. And again, Goshen to within 1, down 13-12. Jennifer Ritchie checks back in for the Maple Leafs. And again, Clark will join back in with her, and she'll handle the serving with her left hand. A sidewinder that Korn will receive clean. Harrell near sideline Seacrest. She'll saunter on forward and send it over. Far sideline, Goshen goes to Ritchie. It's blocked back and controlled by Clark. Near side, backpedaling and just getting it over the net was Pennington. Harrell will punch it to the deep corner, and Clark will scamper underneath for a dig. Far sideline, Ritchie, she'll tool it off the block as that one just got between the arms of Cerniak and Pomeranke. Kill number 6 for Jennifer Ritchie, and our third set is even at 13 apiece. And Clark will continue the serving here for Goshen. Dodane up to Haley Harrell. Far sideline, Cerniak right over the block, and a big dig for Willis. Esch on a second swing, dug by Korn for Taylor. Sechrist down the line, spinning around. Dodane will scoop it, and Pomeranke will two-arm it over to keep it alive. Willis will punch it far side to Ritchie, and it's a double hit called against Goshen after a great save by the Trojans on the other side of the net. They lead by one, 14-13, and Goshen head coach Jim Ruthier not happy with our second official who's down below us. And now a yellow card will be issued to the head coach Jim Ruthier, and that gives the Taylor students across from us something to cheer about. So a yellow card issued against the 10th year Goshen head coach Jim Ruthier. He was not happy on what he thought was a double hit against Ryan Cerniak earlier in the set, and not happy here as Taylor was able to get that ball over in desperation fashion. And then a double hit was called against Goshen to give Taylor this 1-point lead right now. Willis to the near side of the floor, and Pennington off the top of the net. And that'll be 4 hits called against Goshen, and the Taylor lead grows to 2, 15-13. After using both of his timeouts early in set 2, Ruthier still has not used a timeout here. His team down by 2. You'd think if they get down by 3, he might stop play momentarily. Harrell in the middle to Isaacs off the block and dug forward by Clark. Willis taps it back. Clark will play it deep, backpedaling his Korn, digging it up. And here's Harrell, two-arm from Isaacs, and Willis will dig it off the deflection. Far side, Ritchie, she'll right-hand it over. Easy dig, far sideline, Haley Harrell. Here's Cerniak. A laser beam, was it tipped? Taylor calling for it, and it was. A kill for Ryan Cerniak, her 10th. And Taylor leads 16-13. Still no timeouts used. Taylor has not used a single timeout all night. Willis will play it back from the net, and Tracy will scoop it over and out of bounds. And now Goshen will use a timeout. Their first here of set 3. Taylor up 17-13. They go for their first sweep in a long, long while. Taylor up 2-0 here in set 3, leading the set. 17-13 on the Trojan Sports Network.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Four-point lead for Taylor in set 3. They're up 2-0 in the match. Coming out of the Goshen timeout. They set up to Esch in the middle. She'll line drive it out of bounds. And the Taylor lead now to 5 at 18-13. Taylor needs a win in the worst way possible. They come in a half match ahead of Goshen for the 8th and final spot in the league standings, which only the top 8 teams make the league tournament. Ritchie far side tipped. Harrell to the middle. Korn, far sideline, Cerniak, a lefty swing to the bench far side, kept alive by Clark, and played down the line, but it'll be 4 hits against Goshen, but not for a lack of effort. Clark went sprinting towards that front row of bleachers across from us and somehow kept that ball alive. Taylor came in a half match ahead of Goshen. They were tied with Huntington, the Trojans were, for that 8th spot, but they opened up just 3 matches for 4th, the final spot to host a first-round tournament match. Harrell in the middle. Isaacs, her big swing blocked over by the 6'3" Esch, who just waited for Isaacs right there in the middle of the net. Big block there for Esch, her 3rd. And a key point at a key time for Goshen. If that had gone Taylor's way, the Trojans would have been up 20-13 and looked to be well on their way to wrapping up set 3 in relative easy fashion. Harrell bats it back from the net. Isaacs will scoop it over. Willis to the far side of the floor, and Ritchie tooling off the block. And then back to Ritchie again, far side over the block this time. Dug by the jumping. Harrell tapped down, Korn off the net. Seacrest in, and the Trojans whistled for the violation against Nikki Seacrest as she got into the net trying to play it off of the netting. And back-to-back points here for Goshen have brought them to within 4, down 19-15. Against McKinnon Tracy, the libero wearing number 22 tonight. A sidewinder that's received by her libero counterpart, Korn. Cerniak from Harrell hanging high and tooling off the block. 11th kill for the freshman Cerniak. That leads the match. And Taylor up 20-15 in set 3. Jamie Sherb enters and she'll handle the serving. Clark will play it up to Willis. Near side over her head. Pennington through the block. Dodane played it back over. Tapped over by Pennington. Korn digs. Harrell sets. Seacrest has it tooled off the block. Spinning around, and Dodane will play it back over for Taylor. Willis in the middle. Off the block. Diving dig from Korn. Kicked by Sherb. And Taylor just a hair late from trying to knock that one over and get their 2nd straight spectacular save on the rally. 20-16, the Taylor lead in set 3. It'll be Shelby Younts to serve. Korn up to Haley Harrell. Isaacs will sachet around her, and it plays on the other side of the floor. 8th kill for Grace Isaacs. Goshen didn't close out close enough to the net. It went off of their block and down on their side of the net. 5-point lead for Taylor, up 21-16, and Goshen will take their 2nd and final timeout of set 3. Taylor up 2-0 here in the match. They're up 21-16 in set 3 as they look for just their 2nd sweep here at 2018. This is Taylor Volleyball here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
(21-16), the Taylor lead in set 3. Ashley Harrell will serve it over for the Trojans. Clark to Cruz, who scampers in the net, blocked back over by TU. Quick set in the middle, swept over by the right hand of Breckbill. Harrell to Isaacs, who sachets around her again and brings home another right-handed kill. 9th kill for Grace Isaacs as she works her way back into the flow of things after playing in just 2 sets, but getting 3 kills in 5 swings in the loss to Spring Arbor on Saturday. Taylor up by 6, 22-16. Cruz, a right hand over, dig from Korn. Harrell, little soft set. Here's Bailey trying to go deep, and too deep on that one, long. And the Maple Leafs to within 5, 22-17. Megan Manley in for the Maple Leafs, and she'll handle the serving. Goshen in the court to our left. They are in black. Taylor in the court to our right. They are in white. Sherb will receive the serve clean up to Haley Harrell. Far sideline to Isaacs. Cross-court dig beautifully done and knocked over on a second hit by Goshen. Cross-court set. Bailey right over the block for Taylor. And the Trojans lead 23-17. Eighth kill for Bailey. And Isaacs will go back to serve for Taylor. Younce, a quick set in the middle. Off the block and dug by Sherb. Harrell in the middle to Pomeranke, sweeps high, diving dig off the net on a dig attempt from Harrell, and Taylor couldn't play it off of the netting. The TU lead at 5, 23-18. Brooklyn Harris entering to serve for Goshen. Ashley Harrell to Haley Harrell to Pomeranke. Little topspin on that swing. A diving dig keeps it alive for Goshen. Korn will play it back to the middle. Harrell on a slide to Pomeranke. A line drive that goes over Harris's hands and out of bounds. Taylor looking for a tap of the net, but it just went over the hands of Harris, and it landed out of bounds by about a foot. Back-to-back points for Goshen have brought them to within 4, 23-19. Harrell will sweep it over on a second shot, read perfectly by Goshen. Vandenveld tees one up, and it goes off the block of Taylor and out of bounds. Vandenveld, who leads Goshen in kills, has 6 tonight. She and Richie leading the way for Goshen offensively. 3-point lead for Taylor. A short serve read by Sherb. Harrell to the middle. Here's Bailey, and she'll send that one into the bottom of the net. Taylor looked to be cruising up 22-16 and then up 23-17, but the Maple Leafs have ripped off consecutive points. 4 in a row, and they're to within 2, 23-21. Trying to keep our match going as this one ticks off the top of the tape on the serve. Bailey to the sky, Sherb behind the line, and that one's out. And Goshen continues to breathe new life. They are to within 1, down 23-22. That's 5 in a row for the Maple Leafs after being down 23-17. Ashley Harrell to Haley Harrell. Bailey at a head start and jumps to the sky and drops it home and brings Odell Arena to its feet. It's match point on Bailey's 9th kill. Taylor up 24-22. The Trojan students stomp their feet across from us as Haley Harrell will serve it over for Taylor. Younce in the middle to Esch. Out of bounds. No, it lands on the end line. And Esch's 4th kill just hits on that end line. Taylor not happy with it across from us. Those are the students. Still match point with Taylor up 24-23. And Willis will scoot in and serve. Received cleanly by Ashley Harrell. Haley Harrell. Here's Cerniak. A 2-hand punch is dug by Willis. Pennington near side over the block. Cross-court dig. Haley Harrell. Korn to Cerniak, who's been on fire all night. It goes off of Willis's hands, and Cerniak's 12th kill gets the sweep for Taylor as they take set 3, 25-23. After having 2 matches to forget last week, the Trojans start their 2nd weekend in a row with 2 matches at home with a 3-0 sweep over Goshen here tonight. We'll come back with the Ivanhoe post-match show after this break. We'll also talk to the head coach of the Trojans, Aaron Luthi, coming up tonight as well. This is Taylor Volleyball here on the Trojan Sports Network.
It's true. Many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than thinking about retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, we agree, and we'd like to help. Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, Ryan Jones, Mark Sieglin, and Rob Sisson, can help you get started today. They are proud corporate partners of Taylor University Athletics. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Ivanhoe's has been serving Taylor students since 1965, when Ivan and Carol Slane purchased the restaurant. Located on Main Street, Ivanhoe's is less than a mile from the Taylor campus and is open 7 days a week. The menu features choices for lunch, dinner, as well as 100 different milkshakes and sundaes. Customers can find other dessert items as well. The staff is proud to support Taylor University and appreciates the support of Ivanhoe's through the years.
Your heart? Well, your heart is everything to you and your body, and its favorite place to be is home. Marion General Hospital has been named a nationally accredited chest pain center, which is the highest accomplishment in cardiovascular care. We are proud to provide our community with a team of cardiac experts throughout MGH. From our ambulance and emergency room to our cardiovascular departments in partnership with our experienced local cardiologists and interventional cardiologists from St. Vincent's Medical Group. The same level of cardiovascular expertise in bigger cities at larger hospitals is available right here. Everyone has their expertise. At MGH, our expertise is your heart, bringing the best in the nation home to you. Your heart is in the right place at MGH.
Since opening in the late 1980s, the Maddox Family Dental Center has been focusing on providing the highest quality dental care for their patients. Children to adults can receive a full-service treatment to meet their dental needs. The Maddox Family Dental Center has 2 locations in Hartford City and Dunkirk and always welcomes new patients. The Maddox Family Dental Center, a proud corporate partner of Taylor University Athletics.
The Taylor University campus store, with their innovative textbook butler delivery service and name brand Taylor apparel and gifts, supports the Trojans year-round. The campus store, powered by Tree of Life Books, is a proud corporate partner of TU Athletics. It's easy to find something to show off someone's TU pride with 2 campus locations, one in the Dome and one in the campus center near the food court. The store is also open 24/7 at taylorcampusstore.com.
What limits you? Too small, too old, insecure, broken. You have no limits. Rethink your limits.
Greek's Pizzeria in Upland opened its doors in December of 2017. Over the years, there have been more than 140 Greeks opened across the country, with 24 Indiana locations. When it comes to pizza, Greeks offers customers the option to create their own pizza or to try one of Greek's specialized pizzas. Greeks uses fresh, homemade, hand-tossed dough, Greek's Italian sauce, select blended cheeses, gourmet toppings, and the same method of preparation since the first restaurant opened in 1969. The kitchen can also whip up a sandwich served on fresh French-style bread, or it can put that sandwich into a pizza shell wrap. Customers can also add breadsticks or French-style bread as a side item. Greeks also offers a selection of salads and assorted dressings as well. Greeks is located just off Main Street in Upland and is a proud supporter of Taylor University Athletics. Greek's Pizzeria, it's our taste. Join the Trojan Club today and support Taylor student athletes 12 months a year. The Trojan Club has 6 different levels of membership for you to choose from. You can join for as low as $100, all the way up to the athletic director level for $1,500. Each level receives premiums, complimentary season tickets, as well as gifts from the athletic department. Members also receive special recognition during halftime of the annual Silent Night game. In recent years, members have helped supply the funds for a sports information position, purchasing equipment for teams and the athletic training staff, and providing broadcasts of Trojan athletics, like the one you're enjoying right now. With the support of alumni and friends, the Taylor combination of spiritual growth, outstanding academics, and a highly competitive intercollegiate athletic program can continue. To join, call 765-998-5311 or log on to athletics.taylor.edu and search Trojan Club. The Trojan Club, supporting Taylor University student athletes.
Back here inside a very happy Odell Arena. We're now joined by the head coach of the Trojans, Aaron Luthi. So no Amanda Adams tonight. She's very sick. We hope she gets better.
Yes.
Lots of vitamin C,
Yes.
bananas, all that good stuff.
Amoxicillin.
Lots of prescription medicine.
Yes, yes.
But your team picks up the slack. 4 girls with at least 9 kills. Cerniak leads away with 13. You get Grace Isaacs back into the lineup.
Yes.
You guys had a week off after 2 tough losses last week. You get your second sweep of the year. Not a bad performance to start the weekend, right?
No, yeah. I am so proud of these girls. We had a lot to kind of process through and work on, and we really broke things down this week and worked on technique, worked on discipline, worked on small fine-tuning details. We just dissected film like we've never dissected film before. And the girls, I mean, they could have come into tonight frustrated and downtrodden, and they came in confident and willing to just leave it all on the court. And I'm super proud of them for that.
You guys got down. It was back and forth there in set 1, and then you guys hit the gas and scored 7 straight points to go up 24-20 after being down 20-17. We saw the resiliency 2 weeks ago in this same spot against Indiana Wesleyan. You guys came into the night just 3 matches out of that 4th spot in the Crossroads League standings. How important was it to get that come from behind, win in set 1, and then you guys had 321 in set 2, and that was almost all she wrote?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's so important, and that's what we've struggled with on and off all season, is to finish. We have challenged teams over and over and over again, and we just can't quite get over the hump to finish, and that's what we worked on so much this week. Pressure drill after pressure drill after pressure drill, and I could just tell a difference in their eyes. I could tell a difference in just they were poised, even 3 hours before the match, and our number 1 outside hitter is sick in bed. So, I thought they really rallied behind. We had to pull Addie on the outside again, and I thought she did a nice job. Our block was excellent. Our coverage. We were picking up balls that we have not been picking up in the last few matches, and I think that overall helped create a mindset where they were able to come back and finish strong.
You had 9 blocks tonight. You had 10 in that loss against Spring Arbor on Saturday. Did you switch anything blocking-wise, or just kind of a get-back-to-basics sort of thing to help you guys excel tonight?
Yeah, we one thing in the film, we see that our middles are too narrow on their block, and we really worked with them to widen themselves and give a bigger presence for hitters to have to hit around. And that worked tonight against Goshen. They have those 2 large middles. Who can do a nice job placing the ball, and I thought we did a nice job getting wider, getting up, closing the block on the outsides, and we're able to get several more blocks tonight than we have in the past.
You had 62 digs on their 112 swings. It's
beautiful.
That is not easy to do.
Yeah.
And obviously Sam leads the way with 26. Haley has 17, but then it's dispersed all up and down the roster. Actually, everyone except one player had at least 1 dig tonight. What does that do for your team going forward, knowing, hey, if we can – and you guys had some crazy saves there that really got this place going.
Yeah.
But to get that big number, how important is that as you guys hit the midway point of the league season?
I just think it shows progress in what we've been trying to do with just a pursuit of all balls that, we've – as one thing that we really focused on and we talked about this week was trust with each other, that we're communicating well on the court and that we're trusting one another to get balls versus looking to the next player to pick those up, and so I think the middle backs, they've been struggling with hiding behind the block, unintentionally so, but hiding behind the block and not being able to read some of the angles, and I thought they did a really nice job tonight. They read well. They picked up balls off some nice blocked balls that they were able to cover and pick some things up by just kind of going all out for it. And I think that shows some confidence in not only just themselves but in one another. And I think that's really important as we turn this corner. We have 1 more match in the first round of our conference play. And as we head in even to our big IWU match again this next week at their place, it's so important to be able to look at those stats and see where we are.
Aaron, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
That's the head coach, Aaron Luthi, joining us here on the Ivanhoe's post-match show. We'll give our women of the match to 4 young ladies, Addie Bailey, Grace Isaacs, Nikki Sechrist, and Ryan Cerniak. They all had at least 9 kills tonight. Cerniak had a match-high 13. As a team, Goshen had just 26, so you could even take Cerniak's total away, and Bailey, Isaacs, and Sechrist all combined would have more kills than Goshen did tonight. They would have 27. The Maple Leafs had just 26. The Trojans will take on Mount Vernon Nazarene tomorrow. First serve is at 2 o'clock. We will see you then. Special thanks to Isaac and Emily, our great working crew tonight. All three of us are back here tomorrow, and I promise to get Emily's name right tomorrow. Taylor improves to 6-9 on the year, 3-5 in the Crossroads League. As we mentioned, they take on Mount Vernon Nazarene tomorrow. Trojans winners tonight, their second sweep of the year. They win 25-22, 25-13, and 25-23 to defeat Goshen here tonight from Odell Arena. This has been a presentation of Taylor Volleyball on the Trojan Sports Network. Good night from Upland, Indiana.